with a tutorial. This is Suzanne, a creative muse, and it's a tutorial on how to make slimline cards without dies. So you don't have to rely on dies. All you need is just pretty much the basic measurements. This is the AliExpress measurement. This is the US measurement. And they both do fit in your standard business envelope. And I'm going to show you, if you do have dies, how to cut the base for them. So this is the cat scrappiness one that was in my previous video. I'll link it below. And then this is my AliExpress one. And I did cut the largest pieces so you can see layered on. So that one is the cat scrappiness. And if you want, you can chip off, because it is your card, an 1/8 of an inch around. And then this one is the one from AliExpress. So you see how, you do see the difference, how big it is. Let me get a business envelope. Alrighty, so I decided to get myself a standard business envelope. So here's the American standard base. And there really is no standard, but you know, they kind of keep the dies in a certain dimension, I guess you would say, if you want to mail it in a regular business envelope, so you don't have to pay extra postage, but you can't have the, you know, super thick. So this one fits. Now the AliExpress one, funny enough, is, you know, they do sell making envelope dies, but if you don't have a die and you don't want to get a die, or you just want to make slimline cards, you don't need, see, it's just a little bit over. It does fit super tight, but the die cut piece, that fits with a little bit of space. So you could just trim off the excess. Anyway, let's get to making these cards without dies, right? So to start off with, here I have this paper from Michaels. This is my old paper, Recollections. Just get standard letter size cardstock. And sometimes lately, Michaels has been having it on sale, which is always nice. And let's do blue. Let's do blue, and let's do the US version first. Alrighty, so what you're going to need, you don't have to have a bone folder. You don't even have to have a scoring tool. This is what scores the paper in half, just to give you crisper edges. You don't even have to have a trimmer. This is my crop trimmer. Oh, I still miss my crops. But you could cut it with an X-Acto knife and a ruler if you want. So here's your standard letter size paper. Thank goodness that you don't have to use 12 by 12, right? So we're going to make the US version first. So let's go 8.5. And 3.5 times 2 is 7. So 8.5 by 7. And I do like this Tim Holtz trimmer. Although at home I use my, what is the other one called? Caterpillar, because it goes all the way out. You know, I can see all the way out to 12 inches for making mini albums and such. When you use these type of trimmers, see, I lose the measurements right here. Once I get into, you know, 6 inches, 6 1/4, it starts to get, you know, not as exact. Alrighty, so we're going to score this down at 3.5 inch. There we go. And fold. And there's your standard US slimline card. Now, if you don't have a scoring tool, how do you make this, right? You don't have to go and buy one. Simple, simple. Let's cut it again, but I am using my trimmer. I'm not using an X-Acto knife because I am not good at, at cutting with an X-Acto knife. I don't cut straight, so you know, a trimmer always comes in handy. All right, so here we are, 8.5 by 7 again. Sorry for all the shaking and vibrations. You can also just go end to end, and just pull it, and there you are. So funny, this one is thicker than this one. And you can use a ruler and just go do 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 do, and there you are. So this is your standard US base. Now where the dies come in handy, because that's all I've been doing. I don't have a base cutting card because I don't need it, and you don't need it either. It's not something you have to have, and if you do have it, you're going to need a very big die cut machine to cut it for you. You know, but let's layer up. So let's do the first layer, and the layers. What I like to do is always go down by quarter of an inch. So here's my trimmer, swooshing my stuff. Let me get this die out the way. Alrighty. So I did 8 1/2. So I'm going to come into quarter off, 8 1/4, 7. Now we're back into the 3 1/2. So I can come down to 3 1/4. So that can be my first layer. So here's the card. Make sure it opens the right way. Hello. And I would come here. So now I can take my ATG gun or wet glue or whatever it is you have. Look at my busted ATG gun. This is my my crop ATG gun. So everything we had at crops, which I so miss. I so wish I could go to a crop right now, but you have to label. So my name's on everything. Because, you know, everybody has pretty much the same tools. Oops. And that's, straighten it out. Let me use my bone folder. This is a Teflon bone folder. You can score with this, but I got this at Michael's. This is the Martha Stewart scoring tool, like her Martha Stewart cutting board. I do like it a lot. I would never use my X-Acto knife because this thing, oh no, I'd have everything going like that. So that's layer 1. If you want to go yet another layer, let me use this base and cut you another layer. So we were at 3 1/4. We go down by another quarter. Let's go 3 1/2. I mean 3. Thank you. 3, and we had 8, 8 1/2, 8 1/4. Let's go 8. So everything just subtract by 1/4 of an inch. So this is the next piece. So you see? And then you can put you can pop this one up if you want. These are the ones that I showed in my last video from the Dollar Tree in the automotive section. A whole lot. They last a long time, so that's quite nice. So let's put some pop dots on it. And just boom, boom. I was making a card the other night. I'll soon show you samples of it. And I should have backed it. If you want to make it more stable, back it with a 110-pound cardstock or another sheet of cardstock, because everything I did after that, it was sinking in all these open spaces. It was bad. Bad. I was so upset. I was like, why didn't I just back it with a 110-pound cardstock? Which comes from Michael's, by the way. You can find it at Michael's. It sells in a pack. Do I have any around here? I probably do. I can show you what it looks like. Yeah, let me show you in a second. All right, so take the other piece and again, layer it on. There we go. See? And then you can put your stickers, your embellishments, and there you have one nice card. Now you can go landscape or you can go portrait. Did I bring any embellishments? No, I did not. But you get the hint. So now the next one, let me do, because I'm just showing you really the bases. Let me now cut the AliExpress version. If you want to go a bigger slimline, why not? More space to play. So we're gonna go their standard seems to be on the 9 1/4 by 4 1/4. So that would be 8 1/2 in half. Let me zoom back out. There we go. Let me get my score tool. my scoreboard. This is a Martha Stewart scoreboard. Had it for a million years. You can see how gummy and wonderful it is. She works well. And here we are at 4 1/4. Just score down the middle with the scoring tool. This even came with a little scoring tool, but of course I've lost it over the years. And on the back, it also has an envelope maker. I don't think they have envelopes though. I don't think it has the dimensions to make business size though. I must check. Burnish. And burnish means you want to flatten it out, smooth out the edges so it doesn't pop up. See how this one kind of pops up and this one doesn't? I don't think I burnished it, did I? Burnish. See? See when you burnish what happened? It's not opening anymore. So burnishing means just flattening it out. If you don't have a tool to burnish, you can just use a ruler. You can also use this. I don't like using this because I think sometimes it can cut the paper. Teflon is smoother. It's just, you know, soft on the paper. Great for mini album making. So that's the AliExpress version. So let's cut some layers for it. Yes. And I like that we can use the letter size cardstock. I don't have to touch my 12 by 12. My 12 by 12 is used for mini albums. I don't want to use, you know, basil for this type of stuff. Too expensive. Too expensive. Let me get a contrasting color. Here we go. And cut it down again. So here I'm just doing like a double matting, but you could just keep on going. So we did here. We did. Oh, my mind just went blank. So when your mind goes blank and you can't find your ruler, 4 1/4 by 9 1/4. So to cut it down, it would be 4 by 9. Alrighty. Let me zoom that out. So let's go 4. And this is a nice trimmer from Tim Holtz. 4 by 9. It is a guillotine. This is too short. Look at that. See the mistake I made? I made it 8 1/2. Oops. So I'll save it for the next layer. Let me get another sheet. Thank goodness that this pack of paper is not, you know, crazy. Alrighty. I've been getting real cheap about my paper lately. I don't know why. Just conserving. 4 by 9. There we go. So it would be, what you want is like a 1/8 of an inch border around. That's why it's always a 1/4 of an inch. More than that, it starts to look, let me show you more than that. By 8 1/2. All right. So let me show you now going 1/2 inch in. How it looks. Maybe you like it that way. I think it's too much background, but hey, it's your card. Do what you want. So true, right? So true. All right, so here I am putting some adhesive on. So this is just playing around. All you need is just some cardstock and some adhesive. You can get a little handheld tape runner. I'm not good with those either. Make sure that you always check which way does your card open. Load it up. Oi. There we go. Okay, and now I also had cut this one. See, now that's a 1/2 inch, which actually isn't bad. So this is a 1/2 inch around. This measures 3 1/2 by 8 1/2. So you just take a regular sheet of paper and just cut it at 3 1/2. 3 1/2 inches off the 8 1/2. So they're actually kind of quick to make. Run it. Oi. Oi, oi. Put on your adhesive. Put that puppy on. Here you go. So that's half of an inch. So you see, so this is 1/4 of an inch increments. This is a half, this is a 1/4 of an inch. This is half of an inch. Now let's say you also want to make, you know, for summertime. This one opens up this way. You want to make, although I have my little mountain die, but let's say we want to make a lake or something. So here we are here. Let me take a better piece. And you can, you know, buy a pack of stickers. So this is 8.5 inches wide, right? Let me cut off inch and 1 3/4 of an inch by 8.5. So 1 3/4 of an inch. There we go. Nice and sharp, huh? Take any scissors you have, and let's just start, you know, cut a little wave. So you can do whatever you want to do. Now, see how you can just cut it and then you do it this way? So see, this is a landscape. And then you can put, like, you know, your stickers and stuff. Now what I would do, I'd pop this up. So let's go ahead with my Dollar Tree. My wonderful Dollar Tree. And I like to keep it in the pack. It just, because it just, you know, it rolls everywhere. That's the only thing. So I like to keep it in this. Sometimes I'll rip off the back too. Just store it upside down. And you can just go bing. Now I would normally be much neater than this and put more. Or you can do double cardstock and cut that. So here's a little scene. There we go. See? And then you can tuck stuff. All right, let me see if I can find it. Alrighty guys, I am back. I had paused the video to get some stickers because I'm like, this thing needs something. So this is our, you know, your standard stickers. These are stickers that you can find at any store, Michael's, Joann's. They all have them in the sticker section. And, you know, normally they're this long, which is about, ooh, let's say 5 inches. Let me see if I'm right. Yep, 5 inches. So these are perfect for slimline cards. So for example, so this is on my, still using my AliExpress sizing. Let's pull out Adventure. Oh my gosh, this is so old. Really? Oh, it's sticking on the paper. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Maybe I needed to use this. Alrighty. There we go. So let's stick in the word. Let's put it here. So you can either stamp on a sentiment or pop on a sticker. Let's do with water. I just pulled out some. These are all from, oh gosh, Hobby Lobby. Oy. Hobby Lobby. When they have the 50% off. So this is a mermaid. So I can do a mermaid. See how cute that is? I can stick her on the smaller one right there. She can go like that. I'm saving her for a project. That's why I don't want to pull her off. She can be in the water. Let me see if I can. She's all popped up too. She's all popped up. So she could go, you know, without the word. Take off back the word. Put her in here. Look at that. Isn't that cute? There we go. Isn't that cute? Pop her in there. She can go, because I had popped it up, she can go here in the water. Like that. She can come off of the paper. I kind of like her like that. And maybe the adventure can go here. You know, find some stickers and play. See the beauty of the Slimline? Easy, easy. Compared to me making a regular card, a regular A2 card, which is a, what is it? No. Yeah, 4.5 by 5, I think is the A2. Card makers, don't cringe. And here you can just add stickers. My little funny cats. Aren't these things adorable? So it's just how you want to play. You know, you don't have to have dies to make them. and kind of like scrapbooking. Stickers, you can use your die cuts, and I'll list both sizes for you. So AliExpress sizes, US sizes. Alrighty guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you go and give Slimline Cards a try. Super easy and super fun. Alright guys, until the next video, stay crafty. Bye.